Hello guys, hello. Right, well, I've woken up this morning with, for some reason, a burning desire to record more of a vlog style video for you. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because I'm reflecting a bit more. So for anyone that doesn't know, I'm currently almost honestly, baby brain has seriously kicked in. I'm 7 months pregnant. We're due in September. I have a strong feeling this baby will be early. I don't know why. Mason was extremely late. So for some reason, I just feel like, yeah, maybe I'm taking the time to think things through a little bit more. So yeah, I've woken up this morning wanting to make a bit of a vlog. Now, any videos and things I produce for you guys are normally around play and not particularly personal to me, but I just had this burning desire to do it. So we're going to go with it and just see how it goes. And I hope either you find it useful or you might find it interesting, who knows, because we know that I can talk. So I'll try not to go on too much and keep it quite brief for you. So yeah, I'm Claire. I run playHOORAY, which is my full-time business now, which I've been doing for 4 years. I think I have been, lockdown has been busy. It's been really hard. I know it's been really hard for everyone. For me, with work, it's been the busiest it's ever been before, because parents are looking for ways to entertain their little ones at home. I went full force making IGTV videos and going live every day, which I've been doing lives every day for about 2.5 years now, but they're quite a big commitment. But on top of doing those, I had my very energetic 5-year-old at home, who is a particularly early riser. I am pregnant, so permanently exhausted and needing to nap most days. And also the first day of lockdown, I actually signed a book deal. And the premise was that I had to write the book in a very short amount of time, and we're talking a matter of days. So writing a book, and also my husband's work's been not busier than normal. He's always very busy, but he it just seems to be, yeah, his wasn't affected at all, let's say. So we were both trying to balance work, a lot of work, and an energetic child, and being pregnant, and and we've been doing house renovations as well, because we moved in this house in November last year. So we've just had a lot on our plate, and because of lockdown, and like I said, me doing loads and loads of work, I had loads of projects, and it's been getting closer and closer. Now Mason's in reception, so he returned to school, and I sort of made it my mission to finish all those plates that I'm spinning. I'm one of those people I'm always really busy. I don't know about if you are, but we're one of those families that we're just a busy family. There's always something going on. We work hard, we play hard. Friends and family are just as important as our work, so we make sure that we make time for both of those. And yeah, so the last about a week ago, I finally finished most of the products that I've been working on. I've launched an online course all about teaching maths and numbers with little ones. That was meant to be my summer club for this year, but then my lovely community were asking for a summer club as well. So I ended up writing 2 online courses during lockdown, which wasn't the plan, and can be really intense actually, because it's lots of filming, lots of writing, lots of research, making sure that I'm saying the right things. And then I also had new products to launch as well, these play calendars, and as well as all the stuff for the book as well. Not only writing the book, but I was doing the photos for the book too. So it's been a really busy time. And yeah, so I finally finished all my projects. I'm working on like the Christmas calendar, but the majority of that is ready to go anyway. And I decided to take last week and this week as almost like weeks off, but not quite, because that never goes to plan, doesn't it? But just chance to potter and to come into I'm currently sat in what will be the baby's nursery. So I've been spending a little bit more time thinking. I've been doing odd jobs preparing, but I'm also getting the opportunity to think and plan about what I'm going to do for September, because obviously at the moment I have a small team behind me. I have three lovely ladies who work part of my team behind the scenes of playHOORAY, but then we've also I am doing the majority of it. I am the face of it. And so I've had lots of people asking me, you know, what's going to happen in September? Are you taking time off? And it's really tricky because, to be honest, I don't know what to expect. So Mason is 5.5, and when I had him, I was in a managerial role in a big school in Bristol, and just motherhood just knocked me for 6. Actually, it was harder than I was expecting. Let's just put it that way. I found it really hard, and took a long time to find myself again. Just didn't recognise myself, you know, everything. You're so consumed by taking care of this baby, just completely forgot who I was. And it took, I reckon, the first 6 months it took me to find myself, and actually it's what started and prompted the playHOORAY journey, and I'll talk about that more in another time. So I think it's maybe that I know I found it so much harder last time. I feel like I'm being a bit naive, that thinking that when the baby comes in September, and I know I'm going to watch this back and laugh, but in my head I just keep thinking, it's fine, I'll just strap the baby to me and carry on as normal. Which, you know, who am I kidding? I've just completely forgotten what it's like to have a newborn, and just how it's going to completely disrupt our life. And it's going to be wonderful, but it's going to be very different. You know, we've settled into a life of just the 3 of us. Mason's a lot more independent these days, so it's almost like starting again with a newborn. So it's going to be really interesting, a huge journey. And so when people ask me what you're going to do about work and things, I don't really know. I don't know how I'm going to cope with it, because my business is very much online, me being present online, and I don't know how it's going to affect it. I'd like to take a bit of time, some time away to be at home with my baby and have that bonding time. You know, there are days when I had Mason, you maybe don't even get up off the sofa or out of bed, and I want that to be okay. I don't want the guilt, because I'm now self-employed and running a business. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about the thought of feeling like, oh, I haven't posted today, or oh, I should be online. I don't want that, and I also don't want the pressure feeling like I need to put some makeup on to be able to make an appearance, which is ridiculous, isn't it? But these are like all the things that are going through my head at the moment. So we've got a few things in place of how the business can continue, but in terms of time and how much time I'm going to be able to step away and be with my baby, I just don't know. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting, and we're going to see how we get on. Both me and my husband, we work mainly from home anyway. My husband is sometimes away, but the minute with lockdown, it looks like he won't be on the road again for a while, so he will be around, but obviously he'll be working full-time with a newborn in the house, so that's going to be another bridge to cross, shall we say. So yeah, I think maybe just because there's lots going on, that I'm starting to process it a little bit more and think it through, but it's still hard to plan for. I think that's the main thing. So yeah, we moved into the house in November. I had all intentions. Well, first of all, we found out we were expecting at the beginning of the year, before lockdown. Yeah, lockdown while you're pregnant. That's fun. We've not done that great. It was a surprise to find out that we were expecting, actually. I don't want to go into loads of detail, but yeah, we had been trying for a few years and had come to the conclusion that it wasn't going to happen for us, and then it did. And yeah, so now I'm sat in what will be the baby's nursery, and we had all intentions of decorating it. That's not going to happen. We've sort of prioritised getting the living room and the kitchen sorted first, because they were the main priorities. It's nothing major, it's just, you know, almost putting like your stamp on it. It's not quite our taste, that's all. So this room, the wallpaper is lovely. I get lots of questions about it. You probably can't see it, but it's quite heavily patterned. But it's subtle enough that I think we could get away with it. And I quite like the colour. So I can't see us getting a chance to decorate. But I have been able to sort lots of the baby's stuff. A lot of stuff we had in boxes and storage at my parents'. My amazing mum has washed all the clothes and bagged them up into all the age groups. You can put little notes in them. So I've had a morning of putting the clothes away and sorting them out and going through, and that's also a really funny feeling of opening those and remembering Mason wearing them for the first time, the things that we brought him home in hospital. I mean, look at these. These are the corner of my eye. These were Macy's, and I've been showing him, and actually he's been really enjoying seeing things that used to be his and comparing how small his feet were and stuff. I mean, you know, shoes when they're like 2 months old. What's the point? But anyway, he's really enjoyed going through it, and he's been, we've got a little bookcase, and he's been picking out some books that we've put on the shelf, and he was saying about how he's going to read to the baby and stuff. So he's at the age that he's getting really excited about it, and he's on a serious countdown to September. Yeah, so there's just, I think there's just lots of emotions going on at the minute. And also, I think for me, when I found it so hard with Mace at the beginning, 5.5 years ago, that was actually what prompted me to start playHOORAY and start the business, because I was at home with my beautiful baby, but I was finding the days really long and lonely, because at the time we lived in Bristol and all our friends and family lived away. So I just found the days really long, and I must admit, I found it really hard, really hard. And yeah, that was the catalyst for me to start playHOORAY. So I'm also wondering, you know, what's next? What else is going to come? You know, more opportunities, and it could be another turning point for me. It's just all the unknown, isn't it? That I'm finding. I'm not the most organised person. We're quite a spontaneous family anyway, but it's that unknowing and unable to plan. So yeah, I think I've got a lot going around in my head at the moment, work-wise, personally, with what's about to happen. So yeah, but we've been doing, in the evenings, because of lockdown, we've been doing like Zoom classes for hypnobirth, and with a lovely lady called Laura, and they've been amazing, and I'm so pleased we've done those. One, I didn't know anything about hypnobirthing before, but I had a particularly unpleasant birth with Mason, and so kind of felt surely anything could be better than that. I mean, touch wood, I'm really really tempting fate now, aren't I? But I just thought, for the sake of trying it, and we were umming and ahhing whether we even needed to do anything, but I'm so pleased we did, just because not only has it helped us prepare, and it's been a really interesting course. We've done 4 weeks of 2 hours on a Wednesday evening on Zoom with some other couples, and it's been really great. But it's also meant that my husband and I have stopped, and we've actually talked about the baby, which sounds so ridiculous, but for so long, because of lockdown and juggling, you know, my husband had having a half an hour break from work, then it'd be his turn to have Mace so that I could go and write a bit of the book. It's been like a real juggle. They talk about the juggle, don't they? It's just been so busy and like on a treadmill that it's all been about, oh, it's September, you know, we'll deal with it in September, think about it in September. Actually, I'm starting to think that might not be the case, so it might be a little bit earlier. So it's been really nice for us to actually sit down and talk about things, and actually we talked about the birth the first time, from my point of view and my husband's point of view, and sort of maybe our fears and our feelings and our expectations for this time around. And it's been really nice actually for us to find the time to chat about it. So I think as a couple and as a family, it's been really good, because then we've been having the conversations with Mason as well, and involving him about how our lives will change, and really good for preparing him. I did a blog post not so long ago, an amazing list of books that all the community recommended for like baby books, for preparing a younger sibling that a baby's coming. I still haven't ordered mine. So I'm determined that I'm going to do it today. If I don't, you're going to have to poke me and just check to see how I'll do it. I just want to order a couple, and just start reading them through with Mace, and a bit of preparation for him. Just because it is going to be so different. And obviously my attention's going to be not taken away from him, but it's going to be on other things as well as him. So that could be interesting. But yeah, so, do you know what, that feels really nice to get all that off actually. That's all the stuff that's been spinning around my head. So I don't know whether you're an expectant parent or have just recently introduced a new baby to your family or whatever. Then yeah, I hope possibly you found it interesting, and it's quite a personal post for me, to be honest. I normally kind of like to keep it professional and just talk about the play, but I just wanted to share as well, this is all that's going on behind the scenes that maybe you don't see. behind the glossy activity photos. So I wanted to share that that's what we're going through as a family at the moment. I quite like the idea of possibly vlogging the beginning stages, not the birth, don't worry, you're not going to see that, but possibly vlogging the early days of having a baby. But again, we've just got to see, haven't we? We're just going to see how it goes, because what I feel like doing and what I can do and what I can actually manage, and being realistic. I think that's the key takeaways in it. I just need to be realistic. So I'm not going to make any promises, but it would be quite nice to document it. I might just do it for myself and just, whether I post this one, I'm not sure yet. But I think it could be quite useful to share it, and hopefully some of you out there will find it useful as well. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed the ramblings by me. There are loads of other videos on this channel which are more the activity related ones, if that's the sort of thing that you're looking for, and we'll keep this separate as a vlog. And I'll let you know. Keep a look on the main feed on Instagram and Facebook. I'll let you know if I do get the chance to do any more vlogs. But yeah, let's be realistic about that. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you are all okay too, and as always, happy playing. Bye, guys.